basically what we did was we approached the E3-48 a little bit differently. We wanted to make sure that you had separation between where you're doing outside plant, connections, to where you're doing electronics. So first thing we've got is, let's say that you've got craft separation in your outside plant teams. You've got guys that are bringing in craft that are going to bring in the PG36, which is going to be your RS, your 100 pair cable, your 50 pair cable. That comes in, basically terminates RJ21 onto a protection splitter block. Protection splitter block because you could have class 5 pots. So if you still have your pot switch, then you'd use an integrated splitter. But if you don't have a splitter, or rather if you don't have old existing pots, then you're basically on a running gate only, and then I have a protector only model. So this is basically either buy a protector splitter or a protector. I'm using a protector if I'm freestanding away from the building, or if, UL is calling, basically specifies if I'm within 500 feet of a building, it's my call if I use protection or not.
Right.
Okay. If I'm on the outside of the building, I'm going to probably have a protector. If I'm on a pole or a bed, I'm definitely going to have a protector. But let's say that I put it inside the building. Do I need it? No. That means I don't have to buy any of these electronics or these components. So it's modular. You kind of go, okay, well, I want to put this unit inside of a locked closet inside of an MDU building. Can I do that? Sure. Install this. Make your connections, and you can actually see the different connectors. Basically, your RJ21s, this is ports 1 to 24, 25 to 48. Your 210 gig uplinks. The VCC is your vectoring control cable. It's going to interconnect, allows you to basically just on an expansion, put a second unit next to it, and then basically daisy chain between the two units. You've got 3 management interfaces. Management 1, RJ45, Ethernet. Every day, all day.
Yeah.
But let's say that you want to use a Wi-Fi dongle, Ethernet or USB 2.0. It supports it. Let's say that you want to use a console interface, RJ11. It supports it. You move back over your alarm I/O, so if you've got basically a local battery backup, a UPS battery backup, and I want to know if I got batteries on discharge or AC main fail. Basically, I can report these from the battery backup unit. Basically, take the alarm inputs, and that basically would tell the CO to say, "Hey, we got batteries on discharge here." Basically it trips out. Moving over, this is a 48 volt DC powered device. So I've got an AC powered backup. I got that ready to go. But let's say that I want to go ahead and use a line power module. I've got basically plus minus 190 volt DC to 48 volt DC. It's basically, it's a piggyback device. It actually mounts to the front of this door. So in deployment, we actually have an additional lanyard that attaches to the other side of this. This is basically an early version. But this will fall open like a trap door. And when this closes on the front, that module basically attaches right here.
Okay,
so I can bring in
basically a wart on the outside.
A wart on the outside. And why did I do a wart? Because maybe you don't want it on the unit. If you're on a pole, I'll put it right there.
Yeah.
If you're on a brick building, I'll put it right on the wall. If I'm inside, I'll put it on next to me. It gives me that option of saying, don't make me buy stuff that I don't want to buy.
Yeah.
Or don't charge me for stuff that I'm not using. So that's basically those two pieces. So that gives you the tour of basically how this is devised. All of these cables that are going in through the bottom are the existing ones that you have on the E3-48. So let's say that you've got E3-48 VDSL2 products, and you've got a 100 pair cable, and you've got a warehouse full of them because you're doing a DSL deployment, and you go, hey, we've got one GFAS that we want to get started now. Go ahead.
Everything works.
Everything works. So these are basically, this is a PG36. The only new one right here is this PG29. This is for the VCC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the brand new one. It's a cable that doesn't exist, but the hole is a different size. The two in the middle on each side are PG13s, and on the end is a PG16. So I've also given us the ability of future-proofing to say, ooh, what I really need is I need one more cable.
Yeah.
And I need one more cable, and I don't want it in, so it's just like I've got additional capability. All right, you want to see something really cool?
Okay.
What about those? So let's go ahead and let's take an outside plant cabinet. So let's say that I have a cabinet and I've got a building right next to me. I've got an MDU that I can hit subscribers with high speed within 1,000 feet. Okay, I can go ahead and knock those punch outs out, drill my cabinet, steal 48 volt DC from the cabinet, power this device, and basically tie into the outside plant and leave this sealed if I wanted to. It's basically an additional option. So it gives me another flexible use case, so I can have any number of things that I can do.
So a small office park that's got a ODC 100 that's pretty well packed.
Yeah.
It's a boxer cabinet on the side of it.
That's exactly